Regulations are coming, and when they arrive, the hammer is going to fall on a lot of these cryptocurrencies. Right now, we're still dealing with which cryptocurrency is a security, which security is legal, which ones want to do ETFs, etc. But the regulations that are coming in the future that people don't even talk or think about sometimes would relate to things like environmental friendliness, fair trade, political issues, etc. And a lot of us are not going to be happy about these things, but there's pretty much nothing we can do about some of the political things that are going to happen. One of the crucial ones that's going to happen is to do with environmental friendliness, like I said, especially when it comes to proof of work type crypto projects like Bitcoin, like Litecoin, that depend on mining. There's going to be a huge hammer that's going to fall from a lot of these governments when it comes to their energy consumptions and carbon footprints. This is why I predict that there's coming such a time when a lot of these other cryptocurrencies, their very existence will be threatened because they won't be able to comply with the requirements of the governments, especially the United States government. And they're going to have to be forced to buy carbon credits. Now, I'm not saying that I agree with that, but I think that's just what's going to happen. So the way it works is a lot of these companies have a carbon footprint allocation. And if you can achieve that and even go under it, you now have spare credits that you can sell to other companies. It's absolutely hilarious how it works. Some big corporations, rather than reduce their carbon footprint, actually buy carbon footprints from other companies so they can continue to operate at the scale that they do. And I think that's going to happen with many cryptocurrencies. And a place that they're going to go to for these carbon credits or footprint credits, or whatever you want to call it, is Ripple. The reason being, Ripple Labs and XRP and the XRP ledger are carbon neutral. Because XRP doesn't depend on having to mine cryptocurrencies anew, it doesn't have to worry about energy consumption, and it doesn't have to worry about carbon footprints. Already, XRP basically consumes way less than its allocation. And I think that this is something that Ripple is very aware of and something that they're hoping to monetize in the future. Centigrade powers the next evolution in carbon markets, right? Climate change has emerged as a defining 21st century issue. The ability to sustain life on Earth and to mitigate widespread ecological collapse is directly dependent on the world's collective ability to reduce emissions and transition to a low carbon global economy as quickly as possible. The good news, there are innovative new technologies and new ways of organizing human and economic activity that are rooted in trust, integrity, and validation, and therefore hold tremendous promise. Introducing Centigrade, innovative infrastructure for carbon markets. In collaboration with RMI, Rocky Mountain Institute, a pioneer in sustainable investing, Ripple is excited to introduce a new company, Centigrade. Centigrade is an open data platform serving the global carbon and nature markets. The platform will provide developers of carbon and nature credits with a low barrier, intuitive way to bring their projects to market, providing full data transparency and traceability for the entire lifecycle of credits. There you go. It aims to open global credit markets to all carbon and nature developers, regardless of size and location, and boost the availability of capital needed to scale carbon removal and nature restoration projects to required level. Why Centigrade and why now? Our carbon markets hold promise as an hedge against climate change. The market for carbon credits, the purpose of which is to help offset temporarily unavoidable emissions and fund climate mitigation activities, is suffering a crisis of confidence. This is in part due to doubts cast on the efficacy and durability of this inventory, but also because in its current incarnation, it is glacially slow, inefficient, and not scalable. I'm going to leave a link to this article, and it goes on and explain the whole carbon credits thing and blockchain as a catalyst tool. It gives you links to other documents that you can read to support this. But the gist of it is that Ripple is going to make hundreds of millions of dollars with its carbon credits, right? And a lot of the companies that are, sensitive to carbon emissions and want to reduce their carbon emissions will pick the XRPL over any other blockchain to launch their products and services. Not financial advice as usual. Do your own research. I'll see you in the next video.